Good morning, YouTube. I hope you guys are having a good day. My day's going pretty good so far. Actually, I got something in the mail yesterday, or maybe the day before. It was just too late for me to make a video about it. But it's two pieces for the truck. Maybe the first modification or two that I'm doing to the truck. It's nothing big. However, it's just, like I said, in the winter I'm just going to do small things that don't take a lot of time because it is cold outside, so I don't want to be out there too long. It's only about minus 10 degrees Celsius. I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit, but I'm sure you guys probably think that's freezing, but winter is just getting started here, so that's not really that cold. So I'm just going to try to put this in as quick as I can today. I watched some videos on how to do it. It's pretty simple, but I always seem to run into my own little roadblocks, I guess you could call it. So I'm going to show you guys what I got, and we'll take it from there. Alright, so the first thing, now this is something I ordered about 2 weeks ago. I told you guys about this modification in the Future Mods video. So basically what I have here is the LED low beams. I have the high beams coming in, but I think I'm just going to do the low beams right now, and then when the high beams come in I'll put those in. So what these are the Philips H11 160 watt low beam headlights. They're supposed to be a 65K, which is a white to blue looking light, and pretty much a lot of the HIDs and the LEDs come with a ballast. However, I didn't want that. I didn't want to have to, try to place that, drill that, or mount that anywhere. So you can also get a LED headlights that are regulated to 12 and 24 volts, which is what I did. So this will connect directly to my factory connection. So regularly you'll have your bulb connect right here to where your factory connection connects up. So this is just going to connect there, and then I'm going to put this where my factory halogen bulb goes in. Now the other, well, I wouldn't call it a mod really. It's just kind of like an everyday thing that is really useful. Something you don't pay attention to, you'll pay for it later. Well, there goes the box. Anyways, here are the wipers that I got, and I guess I have 3 regular ones and 1 oddball. Why would they do that? Anyways, it looks like the same wiper. It's 22 inches. It's the Bosch Clear Advantage. And what I like about these wipers is, you see here how there's not those little arms that swivel on the wiper. It's just kind of like one long blade, and what it is like a piece of metal inside there that conforms to your windshield. And I prefer these a lot more than those other type of wipers, because I find the other type of wipers with the little arm inside, you get ice build up in there and it stops wiping certain spots of the windshield, or you'll only get one patch that does wipe, and it's always the patch you can't see out of. So it's kind of a pain in the ass, right? So what I did is I got these Bosch Clear Advantage wipers. I'm going to put these on. I had them on the Ram. It wasn't exactly the same brand, but it was the same style wiper, and it was amazing. I loved it. Even in the winter when they froze up, it still wiped well, as long as you clear them off like anything else. If they're always full of ice, they're not really going to work. But as long as you clear them off well enough, they'll work the whole length of the wiper, which is what I liked about this type of wiper. So there you go, just to show you guys what I had gotten. So I'm going to show you guys the install on the LED headlights. It's not going to be some crazy hardcore install, but there's a lot of people out there that don't know how to change headlights. They usually get it done at a garage. So I'm just going to show you guys what that entails, how to take the bulbs out. I'm going to try to do it the easiest way. As far as I know with this style truck, you actually got to take the air box out to do it, but I'm going to try to do it without having to do that. I'm told you can do it as long as you can get in that spot without needing to take the box out. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do that. And yeah, so here we go. Okay, so I'm about to do the LED headlight install. So basically. Anyways, I'm about to do the LED headlight install. What I'm going to do is, it's a little windy outside and it's a little cold, so I'm going to use my my grandmother's tent shed. Now, it's not made for trucks. However, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open it enough to get the front end of my truck in, just so it cuts the wind, so I can be, because I mean it's not that bad as long as you're out of the wind. So like I said, I'm just going to open it up, pull the front end of the truck in, and I'm just going to do the install inside there. So here we go. So that was pretty perfect. I was able to get the front end of the truck in here just enough to cut the wind. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop the hood. goes. Alright, so the one difficult part that I was talking about earlier is that, I don't know if you guys can see, but in here, the headlight's basically behind this flap here. So what a lot of guys do is they just pull the whole airbox right out. But what I'm going to try to do is, this airbox is actually held into the frame with just some pop rivets, I think. So what I can do is I can just pull the airbox away enough to get my hand in there. Now I don't have like massive hands, so I can probably get in there anyways without needing to touch the airbox. However, I know a lot of videos that I watched, the guys pulled the airbox out. Now the other side's going to be really easy, because I don't know if you can see that, but all you do is remove that cap right there, this cap, and you're able to get to the headlight. So this side's going to be easy. I'm probably going to do this side first, just because if that side doesn't work, then I don't have to worry about doing the other side. I'm going to do this side, test out the headlight, show you guys from comparison side to side, and you'll be able to see for yourself. Alright, so what I'm doing right now is I'm just going to remove this this cap right here. And that exposes the headlights. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that out. And yeah. Unplug that, and just turn to the left, and the headlight should come out. Just like that. Okay, so now I'm going to put the LED bulb in. Same way, you just do the opposite. You put it in, and rotate. So this one has a heatsink, pretty much, instead of a fan and all that stuff. So I'm hoping that that cover still fits, but it should, so we'll see. Alright, so you just plug it into the original plug, and that should work. There we go, it all fits. So there we go, I just put that in. I'm going to go ahead and light it up, and I'm going to show you guys the difference in the headlight. And there you have it. That's quite a big difference. As you can see, it's bluish to white looking on the one side, and it's that ugly yellow look on the other side. And let me tell you, I'm pretty happy with that. That's what I wanted right there. Instead of having it look like this, all ugly and yellow. It's exactly the way I wanted it. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other side, then I'm going to show you guys the after. Alright, so there we go. I just finished the install on the LED headlights. So on the side with the airbox, I did end up having to take off the airbox because it's just, I could have probably done it without taking out the airbox, but it would have been a pain in the ass, because when I did take the airbox out, I didn't completely remove it. I just removed the top and the filter, and that was enough to slide my hands in there. Once I did remove it, there's like a dust cap you got to pull off to get to the headlight. That thing was a pain in the ass because the side of the frame or there's like a piece of the frame that holds the front end of the truck together. That's right there, and you can't really get your fingers in there, so you almost gotta spend some time trying to take that off. So I finally got that off. I got the headlight in, and the hardest part was putting that fucking dust cover back on, because what happens is you try to put it back on, but the back of the heat sink for the LED headlight is kind of in the way, so you kind of gotta shimmy it into place just to get it on. So I finally got it in place, and I got everything back together, put the airbox back together, tightened the hose clamp on the piece of piping or whatever hose that goes into the airbox. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what it looks like, and hope you like it. So there we go. Now we got that, like I said, I got the 65K, which is basically, it's got like a white blue looking light. I like the way it looks. It turned out really well. I know the truck's dirty and full of snow, but I hopefully you guys can see what it looks like. So you got that that blue looking light to it. Now I got the high beams coming in. They'll probably be in within a week or two. I'm going to put those in. Those look like I put them in a similar fashion. Again, I'm going to have to take the airbox out on that one side. I didn't film that because it's pretty self-explanatory. There's just 4 little bolts you take out. You remove that. And a lot of people, what they like to do is they'll remove the mass airflow sensor, not the sensor itself, but just unplug it. All I did was I left it in. I just moved that whole apparatus out of the way so I can get my hands in there. So there you have it. There's the LED light install. It's pretty simple. Anybody can really do it with a little bit of time. It took me about a half an hour, so it shouldn't take you guys much longer. I don't have much experience. I'm learning along with probably most of you guys, so hopefully this was helpful, and have a good day.